Welcome to the Guitar Show on Thursday nights. I'm your host, Dylan Devoe. Super excited for tonight's episode. We got a very special guest here tonight, and he's going to play some tunes for you guys, and you are going to love it because he is Cape Breton's own. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. He's been nominated for multiple ECMAs throughout the years. He's got a couple albums. The Pitch, 2014's The Pitch. He's got one of my favorites here, Old State of Mind, the sophomore album.
Woohoo!
Yeah, great record.
Favorite vinyl.
Last year he came out with a Around the Fire Christmas album, which was really, really great. And before that, he also had a single, Boxes, on Spotify. You all know and love him as Mr. Jordan Musycsyn. Welcome to the show, Jordan. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, good to make it out.
Yeah. Good, man. Excellent. It's good to see you again.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, man. You enjoying this nice sunny day that we had today on the island?
This was amazing. Yeah, I look forward to more of these for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
I actually I played my first normal gig somewhat today outside of Dr. Luke's. A buddy of mine, James and Val, they run Dr. Luke's down there in Sydney, and they open up like once a week if it's nice, and they normally have a big lineup just because of how popular the spot is. So I played outside to the people waiting in line. It was great.
I absolutely love that, man. That is wicked. That's got to be a good feeling too, to kind of have that back in the live music scene again, you know?
Yeah,
little taste.
for sure, man. It's been 2 long months, that's for sure.
It has. I hear you there. And well, we've been keeping busy with these live stream things, and you decided that you're going to start doing a weekly thing on Saturdays. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I did my first ever Facebook live stream on Saturday night from my band page, Jordan Musycsyn band page, and it was great. I had no idea what to expect. I've never done one, so I thought it would be weird not having an audience to kind of react to, but everybody's chatting in the comments and there's requests coming in, so there is it does kind of feel like you're on a stage. It's great. You can interact with people like in real time, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to do one every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Basically until things go back to normal.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I love that. I absolutely love that. I think it's a cool way to kind of stay active, you know, and out there. And people want to hear your music, man. People miss it just as much as us as musicians miss it. People that like to go to live shows and stuff are feeling the same thing, you know. I think everybody in general just loves music.
Yeah, and that's what people were saying today outside. Like, it's just to have a little bit of entertainment and interaction it goes a long way. And I don't know. And I have to, after 2 months, like I found I really had to shake the rust off.
Yeah.
You don't realize how long being inactive for that long is. Man, I'm forgetting my own songs.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you there. I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
In fact, I forgot my own lyrics many times on these streams.
Yeah.
It happens.
People are definitely missing live performances, though, and missing shows. From being on the other side of the stage, we can't wait till everybody gets back out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. And you know, I don't know. They keep kind of pushing the finish line here, so who knows when actual live performance will go back to normal. But until then, you got to find ways to be creative. And you know, I was saying to somebody today, like, now more than ever, people need their spirits lifted. So there's still the need for the arts is bigger than ever. So You know.
So
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. But like you said, man, it's a great time to kind of get creative and maybe think outside the box, or kind of write some intricate songs. Who knows where this quarantine might take you.
I know. Yeah. You can. People are being more like all the artists, and like you for one, like everybody's kind of writing more. I find, and using
Yeah.
the muscle of exercising the songwriting muscle a little bit more than normal because we have the time to.
Yeah, it's great. No, musicians. I know at least my Facebook page is just music, music, music. It's absolutely filled with it, and
Yeah.
I love it. I'd actually never liked Facebook so much
Yeah.
as I do lately.
We should invent our own app, like music page, where it's just like Facebook, but just for music.
Yeah.
Oh, a
That might-
social music app. I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
God, that's $1 million idea. I'm patting it. $1 million idea. Patent.
You couldn't have said that out loud.
I know. Dang it. Oh, Paul Astavan just joined all the way from Alberta. Hello, Paul Astavan.
Oh yeah, we got some Berta fans watching. We got folks up in Montreal. We got folks in Grand Prairie, Alberta, Halifax.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're coming in. Hope
What's
you guys are
going
staying
on?
safe, enjoying the bubble allowance. So, since we got some eyes on us now, how about a song, Jordan?
Woohoo!
Do it. Let's do it.
You ready to give a shit?
Let's see here. I'll sing a tune about moving. This one's called Boxes.
Ooh. Oh, I love this song.
Yes.
I wrote this like 4 years ago. We moved into this house I'm in now, and it was a long process to get in here. There was some infighting within the family that we bought the house off of. So I kind of wrote a song about that, about waiting around to move. Hey Lauren, where are my new shoes? They're packed with the others, ready for the move. In case you haven't noticed, well, everything's in boxes, and everything's in boxes. I ended up with too much free time. I'm left here reading between the lines. Well, give me something to do, 'cause everything's in boxes, and everything's in boxes. Well, this apartment looks like the day that we moved in. Well, it's strange to leave the place you call your home. To regret a single day would be a sin. And we'll unpack all of these boxes in the place we call our own. We'll keep frozen to 10 below. Keep this side up on the one that says Cisco. Wrap it up with duct tape. Put everything in boxes, and everything in boxes. We're wrapping up pictures up in the post. The one from Springsteen's the one I love the most. Stacking up memories and putting them in boxes, putting them in boxes. Now through this window we watch the snow. The leaves change colors, seasons come and go. Life changes, love grows, but where does the time go? Well, this apartment looks like the day that we moved in. Well, it's strange to leave the place you call your home. To regret a single day would be a sin. And we'll unpack all of these boxes in the place we call our own.
Rock on, man.
Thanks,
Love
bro.
that song.
Yes, we do love that song very much. That is a very good song, man.
Mentioned it in the comments, but just for anyone who missed it, you can find Jordan's single Boxes on Spotify. I encourage you all to go over and check it out. It's fantastic.
No, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, did you like the little boxes image? The boxes box is up in the top right corner. I don't know if you
Is it?
if you can see that or not.
No. Oh yeah.
The boxes box.
Is it now covering my face?
We're high tech here, man, at the guitar show. Like we went
I'm
from
impressed.
all homemade effects to we're in the big leagues now.
Hell yeah. No, man, I've been watching your show the last few weeks. I'm impressed. You do a great job. This is great.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, got a good thing going
Yeah,
on.
no, it's been a good run so far. I'm really enjoying doing it, and people are digging it, so it's cool.
Hell yeah.
It's cool, and it's like I get the best of both worlds because it's a show that like I would watch. You know, if somebody else was doing this talking about guitars, I would be there watching it too. So it's,
Yeah.
I can entertain myself, if you will.
And Mary Alice made a great point. She said, more than ever, we need you guys to share your music right now, and what a great way to do it.
That's sweet.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's cool. And I don't know, Jordan, if you notice on the side there, you can click on the comments, and you'll see the comments coming in live.
Oh.
Yeah, if you stream off over to the other side there, you'll
What's going
pop
on?
it in. Yeah, no, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks for watching.
We got Rachel Lynn McNeil. She said she's watching from New Victoria. She said, your voice is amazing.
That's really
There you
sweet.
go.
That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the conversation of doing a live stream, man. Like it's like I said earlier, when I did my first one last Saturday night, I thought it would kind of be weird not to have any, people to bounce the energy off of, but you're watching it in real time, so people are reacting and commenting, and so you're seeing that while you're playing. It's almost just as if you're in a bar with 100 people. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very cool. Instead of actually hearing claps, you just get like the clap emojis in the.
Yeah.
You can almost picture it.
And we
Yeah.
love clap emojis on the guitar show.
Oh yeah, we love the clap emojis. People like throwing up, the clap emojis, the horns, whatever gets you going.
Yeah. I like the
Cool, man. I really like that song. That was awesome.
thanks, buddy.
I think it's my turn to play a little ditty for the folks now.
What are
Woohoo.
you gonna play for us?
That's a good question. I'm usually the most prepared guy, but not today. But I'm gonna just play something off the top of my head. I know what I'm gonna do. This is actually a song that this is one of the newer songs that I wrote. I was working up in a gold mine in Ontario right before the coronavirus hit, and I actually wrote this song like that week before we got evacuated from up there. But the song is called "Two Lovers at the End of the World," and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
Here you go. Sitting by the fire and it's cold at night. I got my baby in a bottle of wine. We're just howling at the moon up above. Two birds of a feather, so crazy in love. When I'm about to lose my mind, my baby always keeps me smiling. You know all the words to say. When the plans align, you'll be by my side. waiting for you. And when planets collide, I'll lay down and die. If I'm with you, it's alright. Two lovers at the end of the world. When I'm about to lose my mind, my baby always keeps me smiling. You know all the right words to say. Yeah, when the stars align, I'll be by your side. 'Cause I've been waiting for you. When the planets collide, I'll lay down and die. If I'm with you, it's alright. Two lovers at the end of the world. There were two lovers, so crazy in love. When the stars align, you'll be by my side. Girl, I've been waiting for you. And when the planets collide, I'll lay down and die. If I'm with you, it's alright. Two lovers at the end of the world.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
See some clap emojis.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
As
Catherine
good, man.
Penny said a very New Orleans sounding song.
A very New Orleans sounding song. I never heard that before. I like it though. I dig it.
Brandon Bates said, love the new tune you're doing. Boys are sounding deadly.
Did you guys not
What was
spend time down in New Orleans, like on your trip down to the States recently?
We absolutely did, actually. We spent a good little time actually down there. That was kind of the last stop. It was as far south as we were planning on going. And it was the kind of the whole idea was to not only see all like the state countryside and the coast and stuff like that, but to make it down to New Orleans for Halloween, specifically for Halloween.
All right,
And it was really, really cool, man. Like the voodoo stuff that's wandering through the streets. You kind of get that like ghostly feeling being down there. And the music is amazing.
Everywhere.
It's so cool, yeah.
Yeah,
The
good
food
vibe.
was phenomenal. Everything, yeah. I saw some really cool street performers down there doing, like, these guys are like playing the shit out of garbage cans and making these crazy noises. The guy had a wah pedal on his fiddle and was just like wild, cool stuff. We actually we took an album home from those guys.
Yeah,
They were
it's
crazy.
still in the van, I think.
If I think of the name through the show, I'll write it down. They're definitely worth checking out. They're pretty wild.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so much
New Orleans is cool.
Yeah, so much music.
Yeah.
You can't escape.
Yeah,
it.
the jazz is very strong down there too.
Yeah, I was down there a couple years ago. And we went to. Did you ever hear the Preservation Jazz Hall band?
Reservation Hall, man.
It was packed that night.
We walked right by it, and I recognized it right away from a show that I watched, Sonic Highways. They did a thing on it.
Yeah.
The Dave Grohl Foo Fighters thing, and as soon as I saw it, man, my jaw dropped. I was like, "Holy shit, there it is!" And it is old, man. Like they gave it the proper name.
We I went to see one of the shows there, and I was thinking it was gonna be, they're like a fairly big band. They're probably the biggest like big band jazz group that have that tour. So I was thinking we're gonna go to the Preservation Hall, jazz band here, and we'll see it in a nice little theater or something, or a nice hall. At least that's kind of what I thought. But we went in. It's this like tiny little hole in the wall. Everybody's sweating their balls off because it's like just has a few fans like on the roof, which is like 8 feet high, and everyone's crammed into a little seat. And they played for like a couple hours. I watched. There was about 8 of them just up on the stage, and you can only cram like 40 people in that little building.
Yeah,
And it was
I know it's
thing. It probably the coolest show I've ever seen. It was mind blowing.
I believe it. Yeah, we weren't lucky enough to get into a show, but we walked by it a few times with music playing there, and you could tell the whole vibe of it. And the stand-up bass guy's like right up on stage, and you're like 6 inches away from the headstock of his instrument.
There's no
cool.
no microphone, so it's just completely acoustic. And if you're sitting in the front row, you're getting your head blown off by a trumpet player or a trombone.
Yeah, you would too.
It carries.
I think. Have you ever heard of Trombone Shorty?
Yeah.
So he's from down that way, and I think actually he was in town playing when we went down there. We were like, oh man, that would be cool to see. We never got a chance to see him, but that Sonic Highways that I was talking about kind of opened my eyes to that whole thing. I didn't even know much about New Orleans.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, Sonic Highways, that was great, man. All the cool niche studios and all the big music cities. That was great.
Yeah, because of that documentary, we specifically like went to California and hung out in Joshua Tree for a few days, trying to go creep out Rancho Del Luna, the recording studio there that Dave Catching owns. And we were there, we were standing outside of it, and we were just like, you know what, we're not going to bother this guy. He's probably getting harassed enough. So, but yeah, that was like the whole reason from that Sonic Highways. We drove down there to check that out too.
We did, yeah. That was a really cool spot too. Down in Joshua Tree, California, man. That's wild. You're 1 minute it's 30 degrees in the desert, next minute you're up on a mountain and there's snow everywhere. It was crazy, yeah.
It scares me.
Yeah.
That scares me.
And that was actually where we were, where the snow was. We're looking out at Coachella Valley. Like Coachella wasn't going on when we were there, but
wow,
it's pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah, I got a pretty neat picture from up there with my guitar.
Cool. Yeah, you guys had a great trip there. I was following it online. It looked like you had a wicked time.
Yeah, we love the traveling, man. It's I definitely miss it too. But if things keep going the way they are, maybe we'll do a bunch of traveling in Nova Scotia to places we haven't.
Yeah.
Kind of off the beaten path.
That's what we're saying. Like we'll see parts of the province that we just never ventured to. We had a couple of trips down to the States booked, and we're actually supposed to go down. We were supposed to go to Los Angeles on Tuesday for a couple concerts, and that got pulled. And then another one in July. We were supposed to go into New York State for a concert, and that got pulled. And we're thinking like, yeah, it sucks, but there's so many parts of Nova Scotia that I've never seen that I know will be amazing. So that's the silver lining, man. Like, see your hometown. Like, there's places that everybody hasn't been in the area that you live. So just, it'll be an interesting summer to just explore that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be an epic staycation.
Staycation, yeah. Right off the top of my head, places that are definitely worth checking out that are in Cape Breton actually is North River Falls.
Yeah.
Which is kind of in Wreck Cove area. No, it's not. North River Falls. Oh, well, it's in North River.
Don't take his directions. Just listen to the music.
Don't take my directions. Just listen to my suggestions. North River Falls. It's the biggest falls in Nova Scotia, and it's right here in Cape Breton. It's only about 20 minutes, half hour from my house.
Right.
And it's epic. She's a treacherous hike in there, but it's an epic waterfall.
It's worth it, eh?
Yeah, Humes River Falls too in Wagmatook is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, nice hook. What do you think? Should we get back into some guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
This is the guitar show.
What do we got here? Nice art direction tonight. The set looks great on both sides. Good colors, clothes, and style. Dylan and Jordan both. We're getting shout outs on like our clothing. We're looking good tonight.
All right, I'm supporting my best Breton Brewing sweater.
Absolutely, yep.
This is
Yeah.
this is the second time I've put on actual pants.
I feel you there. I've been living in shorts and sweats for like a minute.
There's a reason why he sits down for the guitar show.
Yeah, I actually have no pants on right now. Yeah, well, while we're on that topic though, big shout out to Brett and Brew, still driving her. Those guys are giving her, and the whole staff there is awesome.
They're great.
Amazing. What's your favorite beer from there?
I'm a Black Angus guy. Big fan of the rye.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
And extra shout out to Brett and Brew for delivering to Kempt Head Road. I feel like we need to like go, woo-hoo!
Oh yeah, that's impressive, you know. Coming from Sydney all the way out here to deliver beer, that takes
Above
guts.
and beyond. Would you have a favorite?
But I'm Black Angus all the way. Destiny is.
I like to mix my two. I like a mixture of Island Time and Jam mixed together.
Ooh, very good mix. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sweet and spicy little combo that she goes with. It's really good too.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm Black Angus all the way. Every time I think about it, it reminds me of the first Breton Under the Sky Fest. When Matt Anderson, by the time Matt Anderson took the stage, I was absolutely plastered.
Feeling great.
Well, we started drinking at whatever time. I started Black Angus at 2:00 in the afternoon and just kept riding it out.
Do you guys know what go really good with Brett and Brew? Music. Maybe we should play a song.
Oh, is that what we're doing here?
Is that what we're up to? Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part. We can just sit here and talk about beer all day. I'm sure of it. All right, brother. It's your turn.
I'm up to bat.
What do you got next for us?
All right. Let's do. I'm going to do a tune I wrote a few years ago. Sorry if this is loud. Me adjusting this. About the wonderful Janis Joplin. I wrote this after I watched this documentary on her, and she was talking about how she was born in Texas, but she hated it there, and she didn't feel like she was born in the right place. And I thought that was a sin in being born in Cape Breton. I can't imagine, being from anywhere else. It's like the complete polar opposite. So I don't know. I thought it'd be a cool angle to write a tune about. So this is just our. It seems like me and her had polar opposite like outlooks on where we're from. So this one's called "Perfect Time."
Cool, man.
She quit her dead-end job in a dead-end town, too young to be bored. She packed her life in the car. She cast her luck to the stars. She cut the cord. She went out to find it. The muse that makes her tick. Well, she was bold enough to go get it. It's a perfect time to head out on the road. It's a perfect time when you start feeling old. It's a perfect time. You've always done what you've been told. It's a perfect time, a time to be bold. she heard in a song is the place she belongs, way out past the desert sands, where they dance like her, flowers in their hair like her. She calls the promised land. She went out to find it. The muse that makes her tick. Well, she was bold enough to go get it. It's the perfect time to head out on the road. It's the perfect time when you start feeling old. It's the perfect time. You've always done what you've been told. It's the perfect time, a time to be bold. Don't wish for luck, just make it. If you can't find the courage, then fake it. Close your eyes, hold on tight, man, don't quit. You won't regret it. It's the perfect time to head out on the road. It's the perfect time when you start feeling old. It's the perfect time. You've always done what you've been told. It's the perfect time, the time to be bold.
Great stuff. I love that tune. That's
Thank you.
second track off of Jordan's sophomore album, Old State of Mind. If
thanks, man.
you haven't heard that, go check that out. I actually picked this up off of you at I hadn't even seen you perform live before, and you were playing with Pretty Archie at the Member 2 Trade and Convention Center. And
cool.
we were going to check out Pretty friggin' Archie, and and then you guys took the stage, and I was blown away, man. I couldn't believe it. I got stoked when I seen that Mikey was in the band.
Yeah.
Because me and Mikey go back a little bit, and when you guys started playing Back in the Maritimes, and that 3-part harmony kicked in, I was like, I remember looking over at Dusty, I was like, yeah,
we're both just like
I'm into this, yeah. So I picked up the record that night, and been a fan ever since.
Oh, thanks, man.
Tunes are great.
I'll do that song next for you and Destiny.
Yay!
I love it.
Although obviously there will not be a 3-part harmony.
We'll
You wouldn't
be
want to
doing
hear
it
me
on
trying to
mute.
do that.
Yeah, know that we'll be doing it in the background on mute.
Yeah.
You remember the time? I think this was the last time we actually hung out. Was at Governor's. Me, you, and Brian from Pretty Archie did a show over there. And when you started playing that song, I remember we were at the back of the bar, like, oh, we started doing the harmony.
Man, that was a great night.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was chill, laid back, a lot of fun playing with you guys. Always is.
You brought drums, and I remember you were playing a Tragically Hip song, and I was playing the drums, and I do not play drums, but I was having fun. Just trying to keep time.
Yeah, I hear you there. I'm a wannabe drummer. want to play the drums so bad, and what I hear in my head is not what comes out of my arms.
Oh, and the air drumming.
I will win an air drumming contest. I'll challenge real drummers to an air drumming contest. But
yeah, to real talk here, every artist wants to play an instrument that they can't play. Like, I'm way more fascinated with drums than I am guitar, but I'm a guitar player, and it seems like it works both ways. Everybody wants to play something that they can't.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's like the always striving to be better musician. You want to know everything and tap into everything. I'd love to be able to pick up the piano, the fiddle, beat the shit out of the drums. I'd love to do all those things, but I'm bound to the guitar. The guitar got me.
Yeah.
We love it so much we made a freaking show about it.
You didn't choose it. It chose you.
Mm-hmm.
I will say we're getting a lot of comments, good feedback tonight saying the audio and video are sounding awesome. Everything's coming through great on the other end.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always good to hear.
The program you're using, it's great. It's people should understand, like, it's really hard to get good audio through anything that's streamed to Facebook. Facebook just wants to compress it all, and the guitars never come through. So it's tough to get it sounding even decent. So props on you, man, for getting this sounding.
Yeah, thanks. That's I gotta give that big shout out to Ripple Effects. The Ripple Effects team was great. They got a bunch of great shows on here, and they kind of hooked me up with the software to make this run smooth, which is super cool. Yeah, it works good when you add in a guest and you kind of put that into the equation. It's already tough doing a live stream, but like having someone on adds a whole other thing to it.
Oh yeah,
and this seems to work good. The last few shows have been great. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, and thanks for for letting us know there in the comments, peoples.
Yeah.
Somebody said Lauren dropped off their beer today.
Yeah, Lauren was out. My wife Lauren was out doing deliveries for Breton Brewing today. She works for them, and she was saying today, it's like being the adult ice cream truck. Like, everybody loves to see the Breton Brewing.
That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious.
People running after the Breton Brew truck, Celtic music playing.
Yeah.
That's what they said, though. Like, we should play some Sabbath and see what people like flock to. She said there was people that would come up to the truck and be like, "Can we just buy off of you guys right here?" And it's like, no, you have to order.
Yeah. Damn.
Hustling cans. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, that is cool. But
this is a good opportunity to tell people Breton Brewing does deliver all like around Cape Breton, and I think they're delivering in Halifax now. So order online.
Wow, that's hey. I feel like the little tiny sparkle needed to come up there.
Yeah.
They're all great.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I've been a big fan of Breton ever since they opened up, man. Those guys are awesome, and they're constantly coming up with wicked beers. I don't know if anybody ever took notice in the guitar show posters, but it does say tunes, brews, and something else. Yeah, we're talking tunes and brews, so
yeah, I love it.
Deal with it.
Judy Musician is watching. Is she a relative? She says hi.
Judy is my mother. What's going on, Ma?
Hey, Ma.
Hi, Ma.
Look, Mom on TV. He's doing good. Love having the moms on. My mom always tunes in every Thursday. My whole family is always waiting for the show to start up, so super cool.
Man. I love it. I love and it's so cool, man. When I did my first live stream last Saturday night, it was so cool to see like my family's all chatting, and then there's like people that they haven't talked to in a while, so there's like they're catching up with people. I love the conversation of the comments in these live streams. I want people to talk. I want it to be like you're at a bar and there's people who haven't seen each other in a while, so they catch up. It's great.
Yeah, totally. No, I couldn't agree more there. It's a good feeling to see people chit-chatting and getting together. that's something that we're trying to do here. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
Like
Very cool.
We may be home, but it's still a conversation. It's great.
Yeah, it's like we're hanging out.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out, one big happy family, moms and all.
Moms and all. What's Izzy getting into over there?
I got my Rick and Morty, my Rick shot glass.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to do a song, but first, a shot of Tennessee whiskey.
Ooh.
Oh. Cheers.
Cheers.
Everybody out there watching, I hope you're enjoying a beverage and rock on.
Is it as smooth as Tennessee whiskey?
It's as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and it's actually really smooth because it's that Gentleman Jack.
That's that fancy Jack.
She don't mess around. She's triple distilled. I did that because the next song that I'm going to play is actually about Tennessee whiskey. It's about Nashville, and I kind of had this idea in my head that I was going to play at the Bluebird Cafe. Me and Rob Murphy had talked about it, and he recommended. He was like, "Man, you can play there on Monday nights if you're down there on a Monday. Get your name in, and you can take the stage," which I thought was cool. And he ended up doing it, which is really cool. I kind of tried to do the same thing, but just I couldn't get through on the phone lines. It was hectic. We're down there with our Canada phones. It didn't happen, anyways. So we just ended up getting really, really drunk instead. So and had an awesome time in Nashville. So this song is specifically about that.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. It's called Big Time Nashville Star. Tennessee whiskey in my blood. I've been drinking that for years. Jack Daniels used to be my best friend. Now he only comes around so many years. Maybe I should go and call him up. Become a big time Nashville star. I'd be lying there in the mud, getting drunk and beating up this old time. Mississippi River at my feet. Bluebirds in the sky. There's lots of space to roam for a man like me, but there's no room for another guitar guy. Maybe I should pack my things and go, only here for the night. I wrote a song on an old guitar, and I know that it'll be with me for life. I've got my darling by my side. You could be my Bonnie and I'd be Clyde. We'd listen to Elvis all the time. Oh, baby. Honey, let's get back on the county line. I've got my darling by my side, yeah, baby. You could be my Bonnie and I'll be Clyde. We listen to Elvis all the time. Ooh, baby. Honey, let's get back on the county line. Tennessee whiskey in my blood. I've been drinking that for years. Jack Daniels used to be a friend of mine. Now he only comes around so many pills. Maybe I should go and call him up. Come a big time Nashville style. Truth is, I'd be lying there in the mud, getting drunk and beating up this old town. Oh, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Feeling good after that one.
That's great.
Little shot of Jack Daniels to get fired up there.
Roderick
Warm up the vocal cords.
Cormier. Yeah.
Roderick Cormier.
So I got the same little guitar bank that's on the table. It used to be full of tunies, but it's empty now.
Oh, he's talking about this thing.
Yeah.
My mother gave this to me, actually. If you check out the back, it's signed Mom.
Oh, nice.
What is that?
Number one fan.
Bank? Do you put? What do you mean?
What is it?
Is it a
It's a coin bank.
It's look, you can put coins in it.
Oh, cool.
It's a little bank. You fill it up with coins and then you smash it, but I don't even think you could get enough coins for what the guitar bank is originally worth. It's probably like a $30 guitar bank, and you probably can't even get $25 worth of fucking loons in it.
We have something similar right now. It's a really cool like little cat sculpture thing, and you can put it's a little slot in the top to put money in, but you're supposed to smash it to get it out like a classic piggy bank. And we're like, man, this is way too nice to put money in.
All I've done is just dump more money into something that I already bought.
It would be cool
Oh,
if you
wow.
like bought a guitar with what you stuck into it, though. You know, a literal guitar piggy bank.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe like a percussion instrument as well.
Yeah. Yeah, honest to God, you get the change going on.
Speaking of that, and seeing as this is the guitar show, what's your next guitar gonna be, or your dream guitar?
My next guitar, that's a really good question. I've always wanted a Fender Telecaster, a nice Fender Telecaster, kind of similar to one of my favorite colors that you kind of see above the shoulder. That little Les Paul Jr. there. I love that seafoam green color. It was one of our wedding colors. It's just always been, I love it. It kind of reminds me of like 1950s classic car kind of thing, right? So I always wanted a Telecaster with that kind of finish on it. So yeah, that's that. I think if I get a guitar, that'll be my next one. I've been picking up a couple randoms on Kijiji.
Oh yeah.
I got this bad boy. I got this for $100 up in Halley. Nice little 12 string.
What kind of 12 string is that now?
I love that it plugs into, and see how it's got the knobs on it, like an electric guitar.
Cool.
What kind of guitar is that?
I love that. This is an Imperator. It's like, one of them no-name friggin' whatever.
Yeah.
Off-brand guitars, but it sounds really good, so.
That's cool.
And the price was right, so
well, you can't beat that, man. I bought a guitar with the knobs on the front, similar to that, a few years ago. It was like the John Lennon Gibson J45 thing. So, but they have a volume and a tone knob like cut through the top of the guitar, which like is blasphemy. You shouldn't be doing that. But it was like John Lennon did it. They kept making them, and it had a little neck pickup here, which was like an electric guitar. It was really hot. Like the guitar sounded horrible plugged in, but because it was that model, it was really neat. And I bought it off of this guy, and he must have had kids because there was marker drawn all over the top of the guitar. Like,
oh no,
it was a beautiful guitar. I remember buying it thinking like, oh man, I hope I can get this marker off of it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that guitar.
And you did?
Yeah.
You got the marker off of it?
I got most of the marker off of it. Yeah. It took a little while, but yeah, it did come off because it has like the little nitro finish or whatever, and it's in PEI now with a buddy of mine. He goes by the
Nice.
name of Nudie. He's a country musician from PEI. Puts out some wicked tunes.
Cool.
Man. Yeah.
Nudie got the guitar now.
Nudie's got her.
Nudie's got her. When you mentioned John Lennon there, a faint memory popped into my head of and I probably shouldn't really say this, but I don't think anybody from there is probably listening, so it's cool. I actually got to play John Lennon's piano, his actual piano. He used to write on it in his apartment in New York, and they took it down to Elvis Presley's Graceland down in Memphis.
Yeah.
And it's there in Elvis Presley's showroom, John Lennon's piano from 1971 or whatever. And it had a little red, like the movie theater rope kind of thing that keeps you in line. Dude. They had one of them in front of it, and I got up to it, and I was like, man, that's John Lennon's piano. I got to reach over and just play a couple chords real quick. I couldn't help myself. I always say, touch the history.
Oh, yes.
I do, yeah. Destiny knows all too well. Touch the history.
My things have changed now with coronavirus. You're not allowed to touch anything.
Don't touch anything, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got for us next?
I heard that he said he was going to play a tune for us. Actually, our favorite song.
Yeah, Back in the Maritimes.
I absolutely love this song. You did a music video for this a couple years ago with Matthew Ingram.
Yeah.
Which he does great work. That video was really, really cool. Just kind of house party theme, camera moving around room to room. I really, really like that video.
Yeah, we try to do it in a one long shot. Where we're like, let's just try to make it feel like a house party, but somebody who's in the party, just a perspective from one person sort of thing, right? So we started in the kitchen, we're playing cards, whatever, and he's walking through and people are coming in and he's kind of just doing a circle around the house. And it was fun. That was at the time where we just bought this house and the place was still a total dump, man. We bought a fixer-upper, so it's been a work in progress for the last, this is 4 years now we've been living here. And so this was like a year into it. So we were tearing up the entire upstairs. We were knocking down walls, like we were building the bath, extending the bathroom and stuff, and taking all the wallpaper off and redoing the walls. So our downstairs was still kind of a mess when we shot that video. So if you watch it, Back in the Maritimes, it's on YouTube. The place, you could tell the walls are just like all super patchy. Like there's wallpaper torn off and there's carpet everywhere that's like half torn up and stuff. But it was fun, and that was the night we played at the Capri that night for Gobblefest, and that's why we decided everybody was going to go to the Capri for the party. So we're like, come over to the house first, have a beer. We're shooting a video for this tune, for the record that we just put out, and then we'll go down to the Capri, play the show, whatever. So everybody came over. It was a real house party because everybody was getting primed up for the Capri, and then we went down there, and then it just started pissing rain outside, and we walked home. Me and Lauren went to bed. I woke up the next morning. It was the Thanksgiving flood that we had like 3 years ago. So the next day, like, talk about like the worst hangover you've ever had. Down. imagine dealing with your basement having like 3 feet of water in it and everybody's house.
After a hard night of playing and drinking and shooting music videos,
yeah. And we're actually talking to our neighbors, John and Lisa Duffy. They live next door there, and they were saying, I told this story on my little live stream on Saturday night, and they were like, there's a line in it about it's there I want to be before the flood. They're like, and that was the night of the flood. When he shot the video, I go, I never really thought of that. So I have foreshadowing powers in my songwriting, so I don't want to never say anything bad about you because it'll come true.
You must be bulimic. You can read minds.
Oh, come on.
All right, this one's for you.
No,
guys.
that's cool. You have a witchy woman. Right on, man. Let's give her.
Woo! Here we go.
I'm getting tired of working for the oil man. Just 2 more weeks and I'll be on the first flight east to the place that I hate leaving, back to the place where my soul will be released. 'Cause I'm working hard to earn my living so I can make it home sometime. Though I'm far, far away from the East Coast, my heart remains back in the Maritimes. And I want to get back to the people who got wildflower love in their blood, where the days stretch out longer than a country mile. And it's there I want to be before the flood, 'cause I'm working hard to earn my living so I can make it home sometime. Though I'm far, far away from the East Coast, my heart remains back in the Maritimes. Now from the causeway to the Myra, to the crumbling Cabot shores, there's no place on God's green earth where I could love you more. I miss that cold ocean water. I miss that salty breeze that blows right through you. And I remember dancing carefree as a child to those old fiddle tunes. Now I want my kids to know that feeling too, 'cause I'm working hard to earn my living so I can make it home sometime. Though I'm far, far away from the East Coast, my heart remains back in the Maritimes. My heart remains back in the Maritimes. Oh, my heart remains back in the Maritimes.
Woo!
Awesome, man.
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Could you hear us doing the 3-part harmony? We were there.
I felt it.
I always love that song, man. It's such a good tune. It hits home for me because I did a lot of work. I do a lot of my work out west, so that first line, I'm getting tired of working for the oil man. Yeah, I feel that in my bones.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play that in my like work trailer on site for like everybody because half of us were East Coasters, and I'd always put the music on around 4 o'clock, and this one would come on, and everybody would be clapping and toe tapping. Who is this guy? So you gotta check him out, man. He's awesome.
Absolutely. And anybody who's watching who hasn't checked out Jordan on Spotify or iTunes or whatever, Facebook, YouTube, check him out, man. Give him a follow. He's one of Cape Breton's greatest musicians playing right now. He's busy man, and he's definitely worth a follow, man. 100%.
Yeah.
Thanks, Devin.
Busy man. I'm going to go ahead and just say it. He's Jordan's Cape Breton's sweetheart. What?
Cape Breton's sweetheart. I love that.
Cape Breton's sweetheart. I love it.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, on the gentleman track there, Dylan.
On the Gentleman Jack. Yeah, I'm hard on her, buddy. I love it. It's smooth, refreshing. And the Blue Lobster vodkas, although these are really good, they're just not cutting it for me right now.
Fair enough.
So it looks like you're up next, Dill. What do you got for us?
Good question.
The shots will lead the way. Shake it off, shake it off.
Oh! It got me because it kind of came up my nose.
Oh, no.
Dear.
That's the worst feeling ever. Okay, here's the song. Oh! My my next tune for my next trick.
I think Destiny will have to sing one now.
Yeah.
Yes, you're up.
I'll just give you water instead.
Thank you.
Move this to the back. No.
Yeah, that little guy caught me off guard. Damn. You know this song, Jordan. We did I went to Music Week Nova Scotia with CB Mike. Big shout out to those guys.
Big time.
Dwayne and Nigel and the crew all went up, and we had a blast of a time. There was a Cape Breton, we did a takeover, we'll call it, and the flow case, all that good Cape Breton music was going on, and we got to chat there a while. We actually were standing beside each other watching Christy Campbell and Garrett Mason at Belly Up. And me and John Hines were actually a guest that I had on a couple weeks ago. We're talking about that the other day, and man, what a fun week of music up there. Just so many great artists, so much music going on. Like, it was hard to be in, and you wanted to be everywhere at once. But I got to catch your set, and you had Dwayne playing bass with you, I believe, for that set that you did at the on the stage there. The Marigold stage, I think it was, wasn't it? Or
yeah, it was at the hosting hotel there. Yeah,
that was really cool. Great set, great sound, great weekend all around.
Oh yeah,
that song.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Man, you guys had her on lockdown there at the what was the bar you guys kind of had a residency at?
The Julia's Lounge.
Julia's Lounge. Man, that place is
awesome. Yeah, we teared that one a new one for sure, and yeah, it was really cool. Got to jam with Florence Sampson, Gordy's mom, for hours that night, and a bunch of other really cool musicians. Colette that we had on last week, John Hines was there. We had him on a few weeks ago. All those great guys, and this song. The reason I brought up that was because CB Mike put together a video that was kind of a recap of that whole weekend, and this song they ended up picking this song for the theme music, I guess we'll call it, for the video, which I thought was really, really cool. When Dwayne asked me that, I was like, hell yeah, I'd love to hear that on there.
Yeah,
and yeah, so this is Peace in West Virginia, part of the trip down to the States. Song that kind of summarizes the whole thing, and a lot of people always say that this is their favorite song that I do. So
this is a great.
I love it. Yeah, all right, Peace in West Virginia. Here we go. Rock and roll. Heading down the road, we're trying to get out of the cold, and it's a long damn night. Big times and bright headlights. Let's do another 1,000 miles. Heading to West Virginia, but it's only the beginning of the longest ride. We could drive the whole damn night, just trying to make it there. When you're tired and you giving all you got to give. When you feel broken down, there's a piece inside of you to help you carry on. Left in peace in West Virginia. Heading to the mountains where we'll drive another 1,000 long American miles. You can go to sleep, my child. Rest your weary head. When we get to Nashville, we'll be looking at the gas bill going, holy shit. Hope we can afford this trip so we can make it home. When you're tired and you're giving all you got to give. When you feel broken down, there's a piece of me inside of you to help you carry on. Left a piece in West Virginia. Left a piece. We've been driving for a long, long while. All I know is when I see your smile, it makes it all worthwhile. Oh, yeah, yeah. West Virginia. Oh. Heading down the road, we're trying to get out of the cold, and it's a long damn night. There's time to ride here live. Let's do another 1,000 miles. We're in West Virginia, but it's only the beginning of the longest ride. We could drive the whole damn night. Just try to make it there.
Love it.
Hell yeah, thank you. Thanks, man. Thanks, people.
That's a great tune. I've told you this before, man, and especially on that trip when I've known you for a bit now, but we've got to know each other a little better on that trip, and that was kind of the theme song of that Nova Scotia Music Week. So props on you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I always love hearing that people love that song.
And that's
it kind of just rolls.
It's a good example of how, like, of true writing, write about what you know, write about what you've experienced, and people will like appreciate it if you're honest. And that's one of those perfect songs, to really make an example of that.
Thanks, man. No, I appreciate that, and I always love hearing that people really like that song because it kind of it was natural. It just kind of rolled off. The lines just kind of came as we were traveling through the states, and the people in West Virginia were so cool, man. It felt like we were home again being down there because they were so nice, and I'm really happy that a lot of people's favorites and my personal favorite from that whole trip was that song. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I have a
Very good.
funny story from West Virginia. We were down there years ago. We drove down to Tennessee for a music festival, and on the way back, we ended up staying there for a couple nights, and we were all in a hotel room, and we're having drinks or whatever, just me and a bunch of buddies that I worked with and some friends. And we were like pretty honored. We were having a good night. We are all buzzed up. We're like, let's go out and find a bar or whatever. So we found a bar and we hung out there for a while. We got a little chummy with the locals and stuff. And then we're on the way back to the hotel, and we're like, oh, we gotta like cap this off with some McDonald's. And we go to a McDonald's, and we went in and we're like, let's pretend that we don't have McDonald's in Canada. See what happens. So we go in there, and it came up organically anyway. Outside, we're talking to somebody in the parking lot, so it was kind of an organic thing. We went in, and then we're talking to, and we're acting right excited about how, cool, man, we've never seen the Golden Arches, and this is so cool. We've heard about Fleetwood Mac on TV, but we've never had it. So we went in. They ended up letting us behind the counter to take pictures with the employees and stuff. We were like, yeah,
no. McDonald's, man, we made it.
And then we ended up, then we were asking one of the employees, we're like, can we maybe like go outside? And like, they were really friendly, and it was quiet because it was late at night. But like, can we go outside and take a picture in front of the Golden Arches with you? Like, it would be huge. Like, we'd take it home, show our friends, and they'd be amazed that we were at a McDonald's because we're from Canada. And they were like, okay, let's do it. And then there was an old couple, and I remember one of the guys was like, his wife goes, why do they want to take a picture? Like, what, do they not have McDonald's back up there in Canada? And he goes, yeah, that's why they're taking the picture, stupid. Anyway, it was great. It was a great experience.
That's real good.
Man, I have one of those pictures. I cannot find it, but the boys, anyway, I hope the guys have it. Mitch Cuzner, if you're out there and watching, please send me that picture.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's classic. They should post that up in the McDonald's there in Sydney River or something. Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Meanwhile, McDonald's is in just about every country out there. Everywhere you go, it's like there's always McDonald's, baby.
That's like, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you want to feel at home, there's McDonald's there.
Yeah, it's so true. And as like someone who travels around a bit, man, they get different when you go to the other side of the world. Thailand McDonald's has like shrimp, and
Ooh.
I don't know if I trust that. McDonald's shrimp.
I remember once, like,
the burgers are always the
same. I remember in Paris, you could buy a glass of wine with your Happy Meal.
Ooh!
You can get booze at McDonald's? Okay.
A glass of Rouge Vino and a Royale with cheese. It's so posh, yeah. Let me have a nice fancy glass of wine with this little cheeseburger, little McDonald's cheeseburger. That's funny. I think so, yeah. How many songs did we do? You still got another song, right? In the back pocket?
I got 4.
Yeah, I think you just played the third. Does that make sense? Or
yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense.
Don't we?
I think so. So anybody that's out there listening, originally I pitched an idea to Jordan that we were going to do. We were going to kind of focus on other artists, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Hank Williams. And then we kind of said, you know what, man, let's just loosey-goosey have at it. Jordan play his original tunes. His tunes are so good that I didn't want him to, well, not that I didn't want him to, but I feel like most people would really, really like to hear and appreciate his tunes as opposed to us playing songs by other people, so that was kind of the original idea, and I said, scrap everything. And we talked last night. We had a good conversation last night, and yeah, I'm really glad it turned out the way that it did.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, this conversation we had last night, like, either way, I know this would have been fun, playing cover tunes and stuff of artists that we both mutually love.
Yeah,
it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, there's something about this that is, I think, more organic, and I think I like this angle.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah, I
I
hope that
dig
doesn't
it.
sound vain because I'm playing my own tunes or anything, but like it's fun to be able to, shoot the shit and then play a song kind of because of it.
Totally. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And I appreciate you for coming on, man. It's really cool. It's always good to chat with you, and I love hearing your tunes. It's great.
No, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, Dylan, I've
Anytime.
been talking about you for a while, man. Like you've been hard at her the last while, slugging it out, playing and stuff. And I love your tunes, and I love your energy. You got some good stuff going on, man. It's awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, man. I
Me and Lauren
appreciate it.
both love catching you out. We always talk about you, man. If you're playing somewhere, we make a point to try to go catch you.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. The feeling is definitely mutual.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Absolutely. No, we always have a good time hanging out with you guys. When I'm playing at Breton and you're not there and Lauren's there, I'm always chatting her up. And then when I go out to see you play, it's the same thing. It's good. It's good to have musician friends, and it's you don't have to push the friendship at all. We just naturally get along, so that's cool.
Yeah, and this is cool, man. This whole like online thing that we're forced to do it, but it feels great. Like I've been really enjoying this whole aspect. Like I don't know if it's Thursday night, we're hanging out, shooting the shit, playing tunes for each other. I don't know if we'd be doing this if we weren't forced to do it online. So I feel like the music community has like come together more than ever. Like it's a really unique time, and I like where it's going. I don't think that I mean obviously it sucks that people can't play live shows, and that's uh, that's the end all for everybody, every singer songwriter who's out performing. But the fact that we can do this online and hang out, and like I said last night, we were hanging out for an hour just shooting the shit, catching up. Like this is bringing us closer together. I don't think that it's hurting the local scene anyway. I feel like everybody's kind of coming together.
Yeah, I totally feel that too. Like, if anything, I think we're all kind of tapping into something that we wouldn't normally tap into at all. And, when things do go back to normal, maybe we'll kind of incorporate playing live shows, doing the Breton Brew and the Governors and wherever around the island and beyond. But maybe I also might still make a point to keep this guitar show rolling,
Yeah.
I just want to say you got a fella on here. His name's Justin, and he wanted to say, "Hey Jordan, I've been a fan for years, and you've always been up there with some of my favorite artists. I can't wait to see you play in person again, man."
Oh, that's really sweet. What's up, Justin?
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
That is sweet.
And I just want to do a quick shout out because my grandfather is online right now, my Poppy Bud, and that just goes back to show like how great these online things can be. So hi Poppy, if you're watching. My grandfather's tuning in. I love it.
I see another comment there from my dad, Kelly. He says Jordan is a see the glass half full kind of guy.
And he is. I like that.
Yeah. Hey.
What's going
Just
on,
like
Kelly?
that. I like it.
I've seen some stuff that your father's been posting up too, man. It's awesome. It's always great to see him online, man.
Yeah, he's a riot, man. He does really good. He's been doing Thursday night shows. He goes on about an hour before I go on, and yeah, no, it's been really great. It's really fun watching them. I can set him up as I'm kind of getting ready for this show, and he's kind of my my getting pumped up music, I guess, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, that's wicked,
It's
man.
great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And yeah, you can catch him 7 o'clock on Thursdays. I believe he's doing it weekly.
Check
So
it
it's
out,
a lot of
guys.
fun.
Check it out.
Jordan's on Saturdays. You get the guitar show on Thursdays after Kelly Devoe. Brian Cathcart show on Fridays. Always a good riot to tune into.
Mm.
The boys are rocking her.
And
Great.
Speaking of live music, we have some right now.
Oh, I saw you picking up a sexy little Fender Mustang there before. I thought, is that what that was you were playing?
Yeah, right over here.
Ooh, are you doing a song with that?
I will definitely give it a shot.
Ooh, I love it.
Is it
Speaking
my
of,
turn to play?
it is, yeah, it is.
All right. Yeah,
I noticed the guitar right away. My dad has one that my grandfather, my poppy, owned. A red Fender Mustang, 1960. Dad would know. He even mentioned it in the comments, but I believe it was a '69. Beautiful, beautiful guitar, man. I love those guitars. Those Mustangs, they're wicked.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of like short scale guitars, and this is one of them. It's super short fretboard, like it plays, it's really tight to play. It's got a what should have a whammy bar here to do some cool.
Yeah.
But
little tremolo, yeah.
this one didn't come with it. I don't know. It probably got lost. It's the 1973 Mustang.
Nice. Good year. That's the year Dark Side of the Moon came out. Good year. Right on, brother. I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, man. I played this in my live stream on Saturday, and they're awesome, but they're so finicky, man. They're to keep them in tune, and it's somehow become more of a nuisance recently.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
I just want to read this comment out while Jordan's getting ready. It's from Jody Jessam. She says, "Hey guys, it's Jody at CTV in Halifax. Jordan, I worked with your mom at ATV in Sydney, and Dylan, I went to school with your dad."
Wow.
So hi, Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Jody,
Jeez.
how's it going?
He's practically family by the sounds
Jody,
of
are
it.
you talking to my mother, Judy, in the comments? You should be. You should be catching up there.
They're chatting. They're chatting.
Judy and Jody. Ooh. There it is.
There we go.
Love it.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
Sounds great.
Thanks, buddy. I'll play a new tune. I just finished this a couple weeks ago there. I didn't want to write about the coronavirus. I didn't want it to be I'm trying to avoid writing about that because everybody's so bombarded with the issue that I don't think anybody needs to be hit over the head with it. But this is about somebody said earlier, like, I'm trying to find the silver lining in this, and this is one of those tunes. It's called As Life Stands Still. And yeah, it's just about, like, man, everything slowed down. Of course it sucks for everybody, but it's good to take a breath once in a while. It's good to kind of have time to reflect, and it's about getting back to what's important. Like, everybody works too hard. Sometimes it's good to take a breath. I'm always looking forward to time off, and Lauren set me straight a few months ago. I was like, it was in December. I remember talking to Lauren saying, I can't wait until I'm like, I have some time off to relax. And she goes, but you won't. She's like, January, you're back at it. You end up like, the cycle just never ends, sort of thing. So being forced to take a vacation to a degree, just being forced to slow down is kind of a beautiful thing. And there's definitely a lot of good to take from it,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree, man.
Can relate to the needing to slow down. Can't wait to hear.
To slow down, yeah. I know it's great. Just take it easy. Stop and smell the roses, as they say.
Exactly. And on that note, Dylan, I'll play this one, As Life Stands Still.
Woo! Man. Awesome. Looking forward to hearing.
As life stands still, I can feel your heartbeat. Moonlight through the window highlights the blue empty street. Neath the warmth of my covers, we drift off to Dreamville. And the world disappears as life stands still. And as life stands still, yellow sun breaks the twilight, fills the room with warmth and light. Wake up when it feels right. The bird outside my window has no task to fulfill. I'm feeling just like that bluebird. And as life stands still, let's take a walk through the garden. Let's not forget why we're here. We'll feel the earth underneath you. Feel the breeze through your hair. And we've been working too hard. Seems like we're running uphill. Let's get back to each other as life stands still. Let's take a walk through the garden while the world heals its wounds. You can see the stars from the city. Smile at the man in the moon. This world's a whirlwind of busy. It'll steal your time, then hand you a bill. Let's get back to each other as life stands still. Let's get back to what matters as life stands still.
Man, great tune. I really love that one.
Amazing lyrics.
Yeah,
thank you, guys.
no, lyrics are great in that. A couple lines that stood out immediately was the bird outside my window has no task to fulfill. I really like that line, man. And I liked let's get back to each other while life stands still. Let's get back to what's important.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's a great take on this whole situation, that song. I love that. What a positive spin on it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you nailed the whole silver lining thing, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's a good tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that one of the ones that you plan on doing? That you were telling me that you're doing some little home recordings, messing around a little bit. Have you tried doing that one?
No, I tried. I've been working on some home recordings. I have the setup, which is great. Like, I set this up for recordings, and then realized quickly, like, oh, this works for live streams as well, because I'm using a MacBook which has a camera on it, so the audio is plugged in through that, and it works out. So yeah, that's one of the tunes that I've tried to record. I would never want anybody to hear my home recordings right now, because they're like, I'm learning how to use it. So I have like maybe 4 tunes recorded, And I finished the first one. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm really happy with it. Started on the second one. And there's such a learning curve to it where it's like every time I start to record something, I learn something every time. So by the time I finished my second song, I listened to the first one. I was like, oh no, that's shit. Like I'm not happy with that at all.
Scrap that.
I'm better at it now. So it's like I'm constantly learning how to be a little better at it. But I wanted to at least catalog all the songs that I've been writing. So when I can go to a studio where people know what they're doing, I can record them properly.
That's just it too, right? Like I feel the same thing. I try to do the home recordings and I have a hard time getting into it. But when I'm at the recording studio, you know, and I have somebody else behind the controls, or if I'm in the recording studio with Pirate Jenny, everything else just works good because you got, you know, a trustworthy companion at the behind the wheel.
Oh yeah, it's all about that.
But I think as musicians, we're our own hardest critics a lot of the times. So we pick ourselves apart. But
yes,
you know, that's how you know, train to get better. So
well, yeah,
you gotta be tough.
I would like to tell you that that's unhealthy and that you should, you know, be a little more confident, but that's kind of how it works, man. You have to nitpick everything. I find that's, you know, that's the way every great artist is very judgmental of their own work. And I think that's healthy and unhealthy equally.
Yeah, no, totally. I get what you're saying there. But yeah, no, it's you know, you gotta just kind of, sometimes the greatest songs come off the top of the head without even thinking about it, and the words flow onto the paper, and next thing you know, your favorite song.
Yeah.
How to ask you a question? Do you write with a title, or do you write with with the idea? Like how does Dylan Devoe write? Do you have a go-to?
That's a good question. A lot of time as a lead guitar player, I start off with some kind of guitar part or some kind of melody line first. It's usually the music, and then I write to that music.
Right.
Not too often that, I mean, sometimes I'll come up with like, oh wow, that's a really good line, and I'll write around that line. Right. But most times I start off with the guitar first. I'll do almost a full song, bridge and everything with the guitar, and then I'll start putting words to it.
Cool.
That's kind of my method.
Yeah.
And so every now and then you said the title thing. Sometimes a really good title will come to mind, and I'll just be like, I'm rolling with that. Whatever that title is, the song is going with that. Yeah. So there's some different angles to take at it too.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's cool. It's funny. I very rarely write that way, with music first and then come at the lyrics. It's usually the other way around. But it's never one way, you know?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. No, and a lot of people I know too do the writing first and then make something to it that, you know, you write something really great and then you play what you feel goes with that music or with that word. So I get that too.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool how it works both ways.
It's cool. It's interesting to hear everybody's different songwriting techniques, you know?
Yeah. Big time. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think we're just about at the end of our show. I think we played our songs.
Great show.
We had a couple drinky poos.
Yeah.
You know, we talked to the people in the comments.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it was great, man. Your sound was awesome tonight. Everything ran really, really smooth. So super happy about that.
Let's see that vinyl one more time.
Oh.
Let's see that vinyl one more time. Let the people know where they can find Jordan.
Yeah, man. Check Jordan out. I'm sure he's on a lot of streaming platforms.
But we know he's on.
We know for sure he's on Spotify.
We know he's on YouTube. Find some music videos. We know he's on Facebook.
He's I love this record, but I absolutely love the pitch too. So many good tracks on that, man. Mountain Fry Lullaby, 50 Miles. Cool album, man. Both
thanks,
everything
Dylan, man. No, thanks.
Yeah, no, and your Around the Fire album around Christmas time was a
smashing hit.
Was a smashing hit in the house for December. It was really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes,
thank you very much. Yeah,
it's always a pleasure chatting with you, and I love hearing your tunes, man. It's great, and I know the people watching really, really enjoy the show. So thank you again, man.
No, right back at you, brother. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Cool,
Jordan.
Man. I hope we can do this again sometime soon.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, yeah, we can do it in person.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I can't wait for the next time we can do a show together, man. I always have such a great time.
Oh man, great time. I'm sure it's gonna be a while, but this is a really cool, like, platform until then. So yeah, thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, they'll get us through. Right on, brother. Well, this is the end of the show. We'll say goodbye for now, but would love to have you on again, man. We'll definitely keep in touch.
Absolutely. Cheers.
100%. Say hi to Lauren for me and take care.
Cheers, Jordan.
I will. Cheers, you guys.
All right, buddy. Later.
Bye. Oh, what a fantastic show!
There you have it, guys. Mr. Jordan Musician, man. You got to give a big shout out to him and follow him, man. Check him out on all those platforms we talked about. Listen to his music. He's fantastic. Keep an eye out for him on Saturday nights. He's starting his live stream show, weekly thing. So stay tuned for that, man. It's what better to do on a Saturday night than have a couple drinks, listen to some tunes from one of Cape Breton's finest,
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody for listening, tuning in tonight. We got our last segment of the night, everybody's favorite. Hit them with the old school effects, Des.
Woo! It's time
The
for
wacky guitar of the week.
the wacky guitar of the week. And it's getting pretty slim pickings.
It's slim pickings. It's very small now. The wacky guitar of the week is this little guy. Check this out, man. This little fella right here is made out of that's a coconut shell and bamboo neck, and it's even got a little seashell as a as a nut or whatever you call it up there, a locking bridge thing there. So this thing's really high tech, as you can see. It doesn't really make any sweet sounds, but I'm sure if you got a slide on it, it would be really cool. But in saying that, this wacky little guitar, I pretty much ran through all my rations of wacky guitars. So if anybody out there has some really, really cool guitars or wacky instruments or anything that they want on the guitar show, this is your chance, man. Let us know. Come pick it up and
or you could end up
on the show.
Feature on the show with a wacky guitar. I like that idea.
Yeah, right. Oh, let's high five about that.
Yeah, that's cool. A good one.
So yeah, man, if you got something really wacky out there that you think is worth showing, let me know. Send me a private message, comment in the comment box down below, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Because the wacky guitar is kind of something cool, and I apologize for my cheesy one this week. I've kind of gone through all my rations, so. But anyways, thank you again to Jordan Musician, for being on the show again tonight. Thank you to Ripple Effects for having the guitar show with Dylan Devoe on. And, shout out to Brett and Brew, CB Mike.
Gentleman Jack,
Tennessee whiskey, baby. Get her going. It's good. And I hope you guys tune in next week. We got another great guest. Danny McNeil is going to be on the show tonight, next Thursday. So definitely tune into that. Check him out. And once again, go check out Jordan Musician, man.
Fantastic.
Great guy. And with that, I leave you with an outro. Cheers. Rock on. Thanks for tuning in to the guitar show, baby. Y'all have a good night now.
That was a sick show.
Right on, guys.
Sick
So,
show.
everybody, all the best.